On stable coins, yeah, that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi. Get money on DeFi, mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run. Show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum. Markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton. Crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run. You better run when the runners run.
All right, welcome in everyone to the Runners Live. It is Tuesday, May 16th, 2023. We had some technical difficulties getting started late, but don't worry, guys. We have the right mindset. We're not giving up. As always, let me get my good brother in here, Ricardo Hamilton, a.k.a. Mims. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
So these last 2 days have just been crazy.
Oh, yeah, man. Who you telling? It's been like crazy exciting. And, you know, obviously we're finding ways to grow and incorporate these new challenges and opportunities. So no, it's been a crazy 2 days, but it's been fun. And we're just getting started.
Man, I mean, I'm just flowing over with abundance, right?
Yeah.
As we've been doing these tasks to just focus on mindfulness.
Yeah.
Everything is just falling into place, and we're just going to have a good time tonight, guys. We're putting together this group of people that are just taking off. So shout out to everyone who has already joined the 90-day mindset challenge. It's so amazing to see you guys crushing it and taking this seriously and saying,
yeah,
I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to do something different and do something I've never done.
Yeah.
So we're just going to wrap it up tonight and see how things are going. We're fortunate enough, again, we're so appreciative of him. We got our good brother Cole Linnell here from Down Under, a mindset master who has totally helped his team down in Australia. So we're going to bring him on right now. Cole Linnell is in the house.
What's up, brothers?
What's up, brother?
Get that right off the bat, brother, for everything you've done and helped us with in the last few days.
Oh, we're back again. This is like 3 in a month.
I mean, we might as well just start coming on every week at this point.
Right.
Oh man, I tell you what, boys. Like the last 2 days, I've done more in the last 2 days than I've done in the last 2 months.
Bruh.
Like,
I agree.
This is just like to make it Australia and New Zealand. This is out the gate.
Out the gate. Okay. I like
This is just out the gate. There's just so many people responding to what we're doing, and it's exciting. I'm pumped up. I just finished a gym session, so like you're gonna have to bear with me. My nervous system's a little bit all over the place, but I'm ready. Ricardo's over there. It's we're over there. We're like looking at nodes, and like it's just it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I guess I'll just start off, guys, and kind of explain like what's been going on the last few days here, and then I want to get your guys' perspective. So we started a 90-day CEO challenge, and we'll go kind of through, what it is that we're doing. But I've just been so focused, right? I'm praying a lot more meditation, writing down, things I'm grateful for, doing gratitudes, appreciating people, spending more time with my family, eating healthier, drinking lots of water, working out 2 times a day. And it's like all these things are just falling into place. Like people are contacting me. Hey, yeah, sorry, I meant to get back to you sooner. And let's set up a meeting. So like my schedule's booked already for Wednesday and Thursday, which are usually my more laid back days where I can kind of relax. But, it's like Travis Flaherty says, show me your schedule and I'll tell you your future. Yeah. And as I'm scheduling out my time to focus on things that will make me better, people are somehow drawn to that. It's that law of attraction where people see you doing these things and they want to be a part of it. So that's what I've experienced the last 2 days. And then just getting back from New Orleans, and I still got, put all my clothes away. Like I still got laundry to do because as soon as I got home, we take off running. Ricardo always does this to me when I go on vacation.
You're going on vacation too much. We got to keep running, brother.
Hey, that's not possible. So that's where I've been at the last 2 days. And again, if you guys are watching this, you're like, what are you guys talking about? and you're ready to join this 90-day mindset challenge, just comment wherever you're watching this, and one of us will get you added or direct message us. So Mims, what's been going on? I haven't seen you this excited in a while, so I love seeing it. And I'm obviously, we feed off each other's energy.
Yeah.
So this has been a fun 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, we're just getting started, and it is that law of attraction. It is that it's very electric. People can feel it. They're drawn to it, and it's a natural thing because happiness, excitement, it's contagious. You give a smile, you get a smile, and what we're doing right now, a lot of people want to make money and join businesses, but they just they want to be happy, and they want to be around happy people, and they want to be around people who are doing positive things, and they want to be a part of a community, and they know that the portion that they're supposed to receive is theirs. But this is something that the last 2 days for me is I have had to be more focused in my schedule. Like I really have to, like, I'm using a timer now. I'm like, okay, 10 minutes. I need just 10 minutes because I can't go over because I got to do something else after this 10 minutes. And then and then there's still things that I need to get done in the day that I have to squeeze in. But it's that that turning that little piece of coal into a diamond. It's that under that pressure, but it's the growth is in the process, and it's exciting and it's fun. And so, like you said, Mike, while we're focusing on drinking more water, we're focusing on eating more healthy, we're focusing on getting a workout in, we're focused on reading some positive material, reading some scripture. We're focusing on making calls, following up with people, and just doing the activities and things that this 90-day challenge is about. And we're just getting started, and people are loving it though. People are fired up and excited. They're seeing that we're excited about it. They're seeing that this is something different. They're seeing our post. They want to join the group, and it's all good. It's we're tying in this mindset to the health and wealth, and more people are just excited. What's going on with nodes, what's going on with gold and silver, now what's going on with mindset and what we're doing. So it's great. It's great.
And Cole, you're kind of the veteran here. You've already gone through this program. You've ridden this bike a couple times, but I think what's so cool about it is you're still doing this. You're still putting all this work, even though you've kind of gone through these steps. And we just really appreciate your mentorship and your guidance, because we've never really gone through this program. So, we had a great call today to kind of like organize the team and stuff. So as a person who's already gone through this, as someone who's going through it again, drop some more wisdom about how do we make sure we keep this momentum? What is your message to people about why they need to get started now, and how this has already helped transform your life?
Yeah, I mean, like, this is the third time I've been on this live stream in the last month. So, like, for me, it's just exciting that people don't actually understand what you can achieve in 24 hours. 24 hours is a long time, and time is something that we can never get back. And how we're spending it, you don't actually realize how long you're spending time scrolling on social media or engaging in someone else's, as someone else is building their legacy, you're engaging in their legacy instead of building your own. And this is part of what we're doing. Like, this 24 hours, like, it's been 48 hours. And like I said before, like, I've achieved more in the last 48 hours. And like Ricardo is saying, it's definitely something that it's like when you walk into the room and people can feel your energy before you even speak. This is what we're about. This is what we're trying to achieve.
Nailed it.
A magnetic energy.
Yeah.
An energy where everybody is on the same frequency. We're bouncing off each other. And we're building as a unit and as a collective, right? It doesn't matter like where we are globally. Like, I'm down here in Australia, Mike and Ricardo are in the US. That's beside the point. At the end of the day, we know that as humans, we operate on emotion. A lot of people operate on emotion. We're providing the logic, right? The stepping stones, the guidelines, to help you guys transform and leave a legacy through the power of changing your mindset.
And at this point, I'm going to pull up a few things here. I'm just going to share something that I learned that, in the last 2 days, if you guys want to kind of start to think something up here. Someone had given me or sent me it's a free ebook. So again, like this is what's great too, guys. It's like, as we have all these free resources, like we're adding it to this group. So you just have a plethora of, different resources you can pull from. And, somebody sent me The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. And this is the part that stuck out to me. A man's way of doing things is the direct result of the way he thinks about things. To do things in the way you want to do them, you will have to acquire the ability to think the way you want to think. This is the first step toward getting rich. So here's the big takeaway. Pay attention. To think what you want, to think is to think truth, regardless of appearances. And the key there is regardless of appearances. Every man has the natural and inherent power to think what he wants to think, but it requires far more effort to do so than it does to think the thoughts which are suggested by appearance. Meaning that people usually only believe and think with their eyes or something that they can already see. What you have to understand when it comes to Think and Grow Rich or manifestation or living in the end or whatever it is, you have to believe things are there before you can see them. That's the whole point of this. And every man has a part, but to think according to appearances is easy. It's easy to look around the world and look at social media and whatever the news is telling you or told by the culture or the school or the education or where you came from. Be like, well, this is it. This is who I am. Nothing will change, right? That's what most people are doing. That's the 96%. The 4% think outside of that. Say, no, this is what I am. This is what I am going to do. And it's already happened. I'm already happy because that thing has already happened. Cole, you did a great gratitude writing today about you wrote in the now. Oh my gosh, if my internet messes up tonight, I'm going to freak out. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were writing as if you were already in Vietnam, which is, I'm assuming, where you kind of want to live for a little bit in the future.
Yeah.
But you're already living there. About that.
Yeah.
Or wherever you want to go. But to me, like that conversation today, and I saw you write that, to me, that's what it's about, is Cole is already living in the abundance and the excitement because he's already living in Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about speaking where you want to be, but speaking as if it's happening now.
Yes.
And this is part of the visualization process. This is so important. Like at times through this process, I'll shut my eyes and I'll actually visualize it, me being there. I might be like sitting on a balcony looking over water, all these type of things. Like, as we say, and Mike said, for instance, the Ghana trip, right? Manifested, right? All of these things, like manifestation is important and it's part of who we will become. But we have to think about like that we're already there. It's already happening. I'm already a multi-millionaire. I'm already a 7-figure earner. I'm already in Vietnam. Because if you're not thinking that, then you'll never go there. The problem is the mind is so limiting.
Yeah.
And it's controlled by limiting beliefs. And we continually tell ourselves, and all of our surroundings and people around us are telling us that we can't do things. So what we need to reinforce is to unlearn a lot of the things that we've learned over the years and to actually reprogram ourselves, our mind, to think differently. to actually articulate what we're doing from a conscious level, because the subconscious mind is working all the time. It never stops, right? Everybody here that's listening to this live stream, I guarantee you dream. Whether you realize it or not, you're dreaming, right? So it's so important to understand that programming that we've been taught throughout the years is really like programming, and it is now. It's happening now, right? But it doesn't mean we can't reprogram ourselves and actually start to move into a better or create a better future. This is the whole goal with what we're doing. 90 days, it doesn't mean that it ends at 90 days. Like, I've been doing this stuff for probably like 5 or 6 years. 10 years of personal development, 7 years of doing this stuff, gratitudes, affirmations, visualizations, what is it? Vision boards.
Vision board.
Vision boards, right? And all of these things are just so important to us achieving things in business. Like, I'll tell you what, in the last 2 days, I've had more people reach out asking about what I'm doing than I have in probably the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? So people are watching. People are watching you, whether you realize it or not. For every action, there's a reaction. People are out there watching you. So think about like how you're contributing. If you're in the social space, if you're building online, think about the content you're putting out. Is there resonance in that content? Is it going to help somebody? I think it's important that we do share on this live stream, Mike, what you brought up this morning about the space protocol. That when you brought that up, I just thought that was magnificent. I thought that was awesome, because those simple steps for somebody is so achievable. You can do it 20 minutes a day, and it can, this sort of thing can transform your life if you take action. If you're taking action, the mind and what we're thinking subconsciously is nothing until you put it into action. You have to be willing to take the action steps, and that's what we're helping do. And we're creating that framework. That framework's in front of you.
Yeah, and we'll definitely get into that. We'll talk about space a little bit. We'll talk about some of the tools and resources that we have in place when it comes to what we're giving the team and the people who have already joined. Mims, whether it's a little piece that you've learned or some experiences that you've had in the last few days, what is on your heart that you kind of want to share right now?
Well, yeah, I want to, definitely piggyback on what y'all was saying, but I mean, I'm getting calls that I haven't even expected to get, in the last 2 days. I'm getting calls, even myself, I'm calling people and they're like, oh shoot, Crypto Rick is calling me. They see me on the caller ID, and it's a whole vibe, it's a whole frequency, and I've said it time and time again, like, man, I'm telling you, the sun is just hitting differently. It's a whole different electric field on the planet. And when I hear you guys talking, I'm thinking about foresight. I think about vision, and that's what you have to apply on yourself and how you see yourself. You don't look at where you are right now. You don't look at where you are financially right now, where you're living right now, what right now. You have to see yourself and know that you are evolving, you are growing, but you have to direct that growth. You have to focus your mindset. You have to also know that you have some type of a course of action or direction to at least put you in position to be able to receive that real physical reality that you're looking towards. So, and even if you don't have that yourself, this is why, you follow certain people, because you want to attach to their energy. You want to attach to their belief. You want to attach to their success. You want to be around them, so some of that can kind of just rub off on you, and you can, attract and pull on it to that to get you to where you need to go, because we all have similar goals. We all have similar visions, dreams, and ideas. We want to be able to have a better quality of lifestyle for ourselves and our families. We want to be able to have some time freedom. We want to be able to have some location freedom. And so now we have an idea of what we want, but we're looking for the right vehicle. We're looking for the right system. we're looking for the right habits and the right mindset to get that done. And if you can find, not only the people that have that right mindset and that are encouraging you to grow and evolve in that mindset, but if they have a system that they're using to actually get to where they want to go, then that makes sense for you to probably participate not only in the mindset and in the system that they're putting in place, but also utilize the same system. So this is why, so many people are excited about what we're doing with nodes, and people are so excited about what we're doing with gold and silver, because we see that with vision and foresight and just understanding the economy and understanding money, we know that these assets, these systems are going to put us in position to live the type of lifestyle that we want to live, right? And so that's what gets exciting, where just put a little vision, a little foresight on your life. They say dream bigger, you know what I mean? And actually have a plan and execute it. Even if that plan is just, saving an ounce of silver, or saving some gold, or just getting micro nodes, or learning blockchain, getting Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP, whatever that is. This is why we talk about constantly, continuously, consistently. This is why we talk about dollar cost averaging. Just have a system in place of building blocks, even 1% a day. If that's all you can do, it still adds up. So, that's where my mind is. And I'm telling you, this is day 2, and we're getting ready to ramp it up. We're getting a system in place. We're getting ready to ramp it up, and people like what we're seeing now, and what they're seeing now. We're just getting started.
There's something about vision too. Foresight is powerful.
Yeah.
It's something that's not taught in today's society. Like having foresight. If you can have foresight, your life will transform because you're seeing into the future. Right? It's really powerful.
Yeah.
It's super powerful.
I would say you're not seeing into the future, you're creating the future.
Yeah. Even better.
Yeah.
And I love this. This is a Neville Goddard quote, and it kind of goes back to what I was talking about, where it's easy to look at the appearances that you see and believe these things, right? But suppose the facts now still deny what you did or what you feel. Like somebody would be like, Cole, you don't really live in Vietnam right now. You're stupid for believing and already knowing you are there, right? It doesn't matter. Let the facts remain. They will dissolve because Cole's mind is already there and he knows he can do whatever he wants. He knows he's already done whatever he wants. So again, I understand 90% of the people are going to think we're crazy. That's fine. We don't have jobs and we get to travel the world. We want to help more people. We want the same for you. So you can keep calling us crazy. It doesn't bother us at all. In fact, last thing, Nicole, in fact, it lets me know I'm more right.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
the masses think you are normal or you're doing what the masses are doing, you are guaranteed to lose or struggle or live a life that is not extraordinary, but rather ordinary.
It's funny you say that too, Mike, and I will contribute here because I had a conversation today actually with a gym manager, and the conversation was based around mindset. I have these conversations a lot. And we were talking about, people actually struggling to understand the importance of, what you see in your mind, you can hold in your hand. Right? So going into the future and going, okay, like I'm there. I'm already there. And just as that quote, like what you're saying with that quote, I think breaking it down and helping people understand that if they can visualize it actually happening, it's totally possible. Like we say, anything is possible. Dream bigger, like Ricardo's saying, dream bigger. But go out and take action.
Yeah. The way I would put it from that quote, and it was a great quote, Mike. The way that I would translate it is, the only thing constant in the universe is change. You know what I mean? So when you realize that it's not about the now, it's about preparing for the change. And so this is why, it's so important, whether you realize it or not, you are creating your reality. You are manifesting and attracting something, whether you're doing consciously or subconsciously. The beautiful thing about the mind and your God-given ability is that you're able to manifest and have influence in the change that you want to see in your life, in your reality. So for life, for some people, life happens to them, and then some people happen to life. You see what I'm saying? So some people, complain about their circumstances and think that this is what they've been given. And some people say, no, I don't want to give my circumstances the power. I want to take back my power, my God-given right and ability. I want to take control, and I'm going to change my reality. I'm going to see it in a different way. I'm going to see, where do I have influence? How can I make changes? And it doesn't happen overnight, but if you follow and study anybody who's successful, everybody has trials and triumphs and struggles. Everybody has issues that they've dealt with, but it was their perseverance. It was their determination. It was their desire. It was their consistency. And then what you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg when you see them successful, when you see them traveling. You say, oh, it's easy for them, but you had no idea really the magnitude of their own personal mental challenges that they had to overcome, let alone their physical challenges that they have had to overcome, and then societal challenges that they had to overcome. So there's a lot of things that people are dealing with, and so when you're looking at somebody who is successful, who is living a better quality of lifestyle, understand you're seeing a reflection of yourself. That's all we're saying. We're all reflections of each other, and it just in a different hue, and just living a different experience, but we all have the same God-given abilities, and the power of us to be able to change our perception about our reality is the power that we have been given to change our life.
That's fair. Nailed it.
Mims,
And-
ladies and gentlemen, right there. All right, I want to cover a few things here. Some real quick. Cole, go ahead.
Yeah. I just remembered something just on what you were saying, Mike, about people thinking we're crazy. Well, like it's really easy to fit into society. It's easy to fit into society, right?
It's
But
easier
if
to
you
go
want
along
to
with the Matrix.
we're standing out.
Yeah.
We're standing out because we're challenging the system. We're doing things differently. We're doing things that people think we're crazy. But this is what the successful do. The
Right.
successful do cold plunges and cold showers and meditate and do and manifest and do their gratitudes, etc., etc. Like we're sticking out. It's easy to fit in. Fitting in is easy in society. You can fit in, blend in, and go missing if you really want it.
Nah.
We're sticking out. Anyway, take it away, Mike.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I've been waiting to use that forever.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Why live your life and be ordinary? Like, seriously, guys, you really just want to live a normal existence? What did somebody say? It's like everyone's playing it safe, waiting to die. It was something similar to that I read today or heard. I don't know. I got so many powerful things inside my head now. I don't know where it came from or what it did. All I know is I'm putting it out into the universe again.
That's it.
All right. So I want to cover a couple of the tools that we're going to have for anyone who's joining this Mindset Challenge. And again, if you guys haven't started, you can do it. It's 100% free. You don't have to be in a business. You don't have to have done anything with us before. We're bringing who's ever ready to run. Now, sadly, maybe I shouldn't say this because I'm manifesting, but a lot of you are going to quit within a week. Okay. I don't want you to, but I'm just going off past experiences. Well, let me say this. In the past, I would say 80% of the people quit within a week of almost doing anything. I'm going to manifest and say, you guys are all going to keep going because that's the vibe I'm getting now. So I'm fixing my language there. So Cole has put together a great Google Doc that you guys are going to be able to track your daily progression. Okay, it's not ready to go fully out yet, but we're going to be having this. We kind of have a week, because we have it's almost 13 weeks. It's 12.8 weeks with 90 days. So we have a little wiggle room here to get started. So we will be releasing this soon for the people who are in the challenge. And, we have these things from IX Global that we're doing because we paid to be part of this program. We're going to kind of modify this and simplify it for the people doing the free program. Okay. But just to give you an example of some of the things that we're doing, right? Reading a book of 10 pages, showing appreciation, making a vision board, listening to a podcast that's inspirational or self-help, completing the coursework in the module. And we'll get to how you guys can kind of do some of that. Meditating, praying, reading scripture, spending time with their family, creating a gratitude list, giving to charity, exercising, eating healthy, drinking lots of water, sleeping, abstaining from alcohol. And here's what we're going to kind of put out into the group to make this really simple. And I've kind of created this before. It's called SPACE. It's 5 things you do every single day. So the first one is support. So sending a positive message to one person, posting 1 positive post a day on social media, non-business, doing affirmations. That could be prayer, that could be meditation, it could be gratitude, whatever it is. Challenging yourself. Again, that's kind of like 10 minutes of education. That could be almost anything, a podcast, a YouTube, even more, a book. And then exercise for 10 minutes. And again, we're not saying you got to go to the gym and lift a bunch of weights. Go on a walk, get out in nature, do some push-ups, jumping jacks, whatever it is you're into, ride a bike. And we're going to be putting all this out and kind of allowing you guys to track what it is you're doing and holding yourself accountable with the people. And what I've noticed, guys, is as I see more people doing things like this, it makes me want to do it more. It gets me more excited to see these people posting these things, you know, RJ out running, you know, Cole writing down his gratitude list, Ricardo putting little 30-second, you know, motivational videos in. So I got to check on something here really quick for like 2 to 3 minutes, guys, but give me your input, your insight when it comes to the tools that we have and why people need to get started.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so, you know, this is, you know, one thing that, you know, we get excited about is that it's a system. And people do better with systems, you know, when it's not sort of willy-nilly. It's not like something we just made up. You know, there's actual system in place, you know, to give you some kind of ideas, you know, on what you should be doing, how to start your day. So like now, you know, with the challenge, when I start my day, you know, I wake up and read some scripture and, you know, I'll read a little bit of, you know, Napoleon Hill's Law of Success. And then, you know, I do maybe some, you know, meditation depending. And then, you know, start the day drinking water, you know, eat something healthy, you know, for the day. And even when it comes to, you know, your exercise, you know, just getting your heart rate up. That's really what it's about. A lot of people just don't get their heart rate above normal on a consistent average. And, you know, that is part of overall health, just getting your heart rate up. So things like that. And, you know, obviously we're talking about, you know, things that we should be doing anyway that we love to do, spending time with family and, you know, taking care of business. So, you know, people are excited to see that because this is what we, you know, innately we know that this is how life should be. You know, this is what we should be doing. I talk about the ideal self. We all have we know our ideal self. We know what it is to be the best, greatest person that we can be. We know what it is that we need to do, but we're not doing it. We know the things that we're doing that's adverse to our health. We know the things that we're doing that's adverse to our success. You know what I mean? We know the negative things or the things that we're doing that's not adding value to who we are or where we want to be or how we know we could be. And so it's just the implementation of, you know, correcting that bad behavior, you know, correcting those negative habits or things that you've just been avoiding, actually implementing them and watch them change in your life. So yeah, I mean, Cole, this is you know, something like you said that you've been doing for a while, but it's because you know, you have a system. You know, you've been, you know, following living in a legacy, and this is something that you've been doing for a while. And so yeah, speak on that.
Yeah, you know, as the saying goes, you know, it takes 21 days to develop a habit.
Yep.
And that's good and bad. So if you think about it, like if you can create a simple formatted system, like Ricardo's saying, it makes it so easy. You get up and you just follow through. You check those things off for your daily habitual behaviors, and you'll be surprised because over the day, our surroundings quite often, we're absorbing people's energy, whether you know it or not. You're absorbing people's energy, good and bad. And right now, you'll find that there's a lot of bad energy around, depending on who you're hanging around and your environment, maybe your working environment, maybe, you know, where you go and train or at your hair salon or wherever you go on a day-by-day basis, or what you do and what your behaviors are, your surroundings are affecting your energy. And quite often, if you can't release that energy, if you can't process it and let it go, absorb it and let it out, this is why having a format, having something simple to follow that helps you reset. Because when we wake up in the morning, it's a new day. You know, so they say that Monday's the most difficult day of the week for most. For me, it's exciting because it's a new week. And it's a new week that we can actually help more people. It's a new week that we can contribute to society. It's a new week that we can create change and help more people, you know, develop, help more people grow, help more people see what we're actually doing and the legacy that we're creating. So, like Ricardo is saying, undoing that formatting or undoing that programming, it takes time.
Nailed it.
You have to be willing to commit to, not to us, commit to yourself.
Yep.
This is about you. It's not about us. It's about you contributing to yourself for the next 90 days. And this is what I get excited about is when I see, like what Mike was saying, when I see other people growing, I just want to grow. It becomes like competition. I'm like, right, let's go. Like, we're on here. There's something about people shifting their mindset, that paradigm shift. And when that happens, it's electric. It's absolute fire. And the fuel for that fire is the people, the community. And the group that we've created is just people that they just want to grow.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you look and you're idolizing somebody, somebody that maybe has what you want, you have to start doing what they do. And that's so important. You go out, you look, you say, you get a mentor, like I said on the last slide. That mentor, on the surface, and I was saying this to Mike the other day, on the surface, social media tells a lot of lies.
Yep.
It doesn't actually tell people what's happening below the surface. Because below the surface, there's commitment, there's dedication, there's, you know, sacrifice, all of these things. On the surface, like, oh, this guy's $1 million earner, or this guy's like, you know, got the perfect life. But down here is all the things that he's needed to do or she's needed to do to actually contribute to what you see on the surface. So this is why it's important for you to commit to yourself and have a community that supports that supporting mechanism.
100%, Cole. And I want to do a little transition here because Alonzo brings up a good point here. So he asks, how do you develop a team or build a team of people who can help with your strengths and weaknesses? So I want to get into that a little bit because kind of our main title here was how your mindset's going to come before the money. So my first kind of realization was around 2018. I was like, all right, I'm not going to keep working as a teacher until I'm 60, whatever, to get my pension. I'm going to find a way out. So when I started looking online, right, you see all this success porn of like, oh, I'm doing Shopify. Oh, I'm doing Amazon FBA. Oh, I'm trading crypto. Oh, I'm getting into all these ROI platforms. They're going to pay you 1% a day. And I fell hook, line, and sinker for that. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just chasing money, right? I wasn't making connections. I wasn't focused on anything we're talking about. I was like, how do I make money? And you know what happened to every single program I went into? Everything I tried to do, it went to complete shit. I was, you know, I lost. I didn't lose like, you know, tens and thousands of dollars, but like it never worked out. As soon as I would be like, man, just if I can just keep compounding this for one more week, I'll start being rich. Nothing, Ponzi scheme, rug pull, whatever it is. And then I was like, I was at probably the lowest point of my life. I was going through a lot of personal things, and it was rough. And I'd finally had reached the point of God, humbling me of like, it's time to just focus on my mindset, on my spirituality, on my mindfulness, and helping other people. And when I made that shift from chasing money to focusing on my mindset and helping other people, that's when everything changed. Now, again, it wasn't overnight. It wasn't even a year. Probably took 3 years. That's the process most people can't do because they give up. When they don't see results right away, they give up and want to walk away. And I tell people all the time, they'll be like, well, how did your team grow so big? How did you go from this rank to the highest in the company in 4 months? And I tell people, I helped and gave without asking for anything to anyone who wanted it for 3 years. That's the secret, guys. Gary Vee talks about this all the time, right? Jab, jab, right hook. Give, give, ask. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the secret. So when we say that the mindset's going to become before the money, that's my experience. That's what I've seen from anyone that's successful. And when it comes to developing a team, you got to help them. You have to find people who are ready to go to the next level. For me, that was Ricardo Hamilton. For me, that was Sean Logan, which connected me to Cole Linnell, which connected me to Haley, which connected me to Ryan. So it's just as you start to raise your vibration and your frequency, and you're trying to help people, and then you get connected to people like Travis Flaherty, like Cedric Harris. I mean, the big fish. Now you got your mentor. Now you're watching them saying, what are they doing? Because they're at a place that I want to get to. And as I'm helping people come up, they're looking at that for me or us. And that's what this whole life is about, guys, right? Finding people who have reached where you want to reach, learning from them, and then bringing people up to where they want to be, helping them make their dreams and giving and supporting them. But that's what a lot of people can't do. That's how I found my success, and I'm so thankful for it. So anything you guys want to add with that when it just comes to mindset, it's going to come before the money.
Yeah, what I would say is that God knows you better than you know yourself. And what happens is, we say God, the universe, the creator, but he's going to bring people to you. God works through people, right? So a lot of the things that you are worried about, you don't really have to worry about it. And that's the problem. You're worrying about the things that aren't serving you, or you're worried about the things that you can't control, and just focus on the vision, the outcome, what you want to see, and just keep moving in that direction. And what'll happen here is that, because remember, the only thing constant is change. So day by day, you're either meeting new people, you're getting new information, or you're consciously working on your weaknesses. But it's the law of attraction. You'll find somebody where you might have a weakness in somewhere, that might be their strength. And where their strength is, or where your weakness is their strength, and vice versa. So you'll complement each other. But it's that focus, and then everything kind of falling into place. It's that materialization. So, they say, your thoughts are things, and your thoughts can move matter. You know what I'm saying? So you can move mountains, right? So it's really the power of your mind to move the matter and bring, people and events and circumstances in your life that are going to be able to help you grow and be in the position that you want to be and see yourself in. So if you're trying to develop a team and you want, assistance with, your strengths or your weaknesses, it will happen organically as long as you keep that desire, as long as you keep that focus, as long as you keep moving forward. You're going to find some information. You're going to talk to somebody. You're going to meet somebody. You're going to go to an event, because you're focused on going in a certain direction with intention, and then everything else that you need to have success will just happen to fall into place.
Totally. Totally. And I agree with that. Like with what Ricardo's saying, we can't be good at everything. We can't be a master of everything, but this is the power of networking. This is the power of working alongside people. It's not like you're in front of me or you're here and I'm there. It's about working together, right? And everybody contributing, right? Having value and bringing value to the table is important. Having a solid value proposition. If you don't have that value proposition, I think it's going back to, and Mike was saying earlier about the importance of working, I guess, building a business off adversity, because sometimes people have to go to their low point to really find inspiration, to seek inspiration to the point where they actually go out and they start committing to themselves to actually build their business. And like you were saying earlier, Mike, like you found that inspiration. You realized you didn't want to be a teacher. You realized that wasn't for you. There's something better out there. You went out there and you started to find the right people, to put the right unit together that would build a business that would pay you forever, that would contribute to your legacy. And I think people need to go to that place of hardship some of the time. Like I can reflect back on my journey. There was a part of my journey where I was in a similar position. And maybe that's why there's resonance between me and Mike.
I think
a place
you almost have to go through that.
You have to.
I call it the second stage of life. You almost have to die from that first stage to get to that second stage.
Yeah, it's like killing off your it's killing off all of those things that were ingrained in you, and realizing that like it's not going to happen overnight. It's something you need to commit. And I think people are, and I want to share this from a positive standpoint. People are scared of commitment. It's confronting. It's like that we start thinking about all these things come into our head. What if this happens? But what if you don't do it? What if you do nothing? Nothing will change. So this is why we're putting this together, because the attributes that you have, maybe you haven't discovered them yet, but other people are looking at you going, look at all the ability you have. And it's crazy how many people actually take their abilities, their skills, their attributes to the grave. This is why we want to install belief in you, so that you can actually believe in yourself. Like you can start, and this rolls on to, this is a perfect segue into what we're going to talk about here, and Mike's just brought it up
before.
But it's so important, installing the belief in you, so that you believe in yourself and you start to move into a better future.
And so guys, I mean, we're obviously this information has helped us, but again, we're not making this up. We're following the Think and Grow Rich, the legacy from the Bob Proctor Institute, Living the Legacy. And we're going to be doing Zooms once a week. We'll get the time out here soon once we work some kinks out, since we're dealing with, an international worldwide movement here. Okay. But just so you guys understand, and Cole broke this down for me, there's 12 weeks, essentially, like I said, 12.8 weeks in 90 days. Okay. So basically we're going to be working on a principle a week. So when we have our first Zoom, we're going to be talking about desire. And then we're going to be talking about faith, auto-suggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decision, persistence, power of the mastermind, the mystery of sex transmutation and the subconscious mind, the brain, the sixth sense. Right? So these are the things we're focusing on 1 week for the next
You're breaking up, Mike. Yeah, you kind of broke up there a little bit.
He's back.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Internet company again. So this is what we'll be focusing on each of these a week. We'll be doing the Zooms for the people who are in, the 90-day mindset challenge.
Yeah.
And
you guys gonna want to be into this. I'm telling you, because when you're I remember reading Think and Grow Rich, and I'm telling you, the neurons are firing. Mems, make it make sense. And I'm telling you, when we start to really dive into these courses and go over those particular topics and categories, there's so much fire it's gonna get dropped, so much value. Because just reading the book and going through the courses, it's just gonna blow your mind. It's just gonna, you're gonna be firing on all cylinders, and you're gonna be pumped up and excited. Because I remember when I first read Think and Grow Rich, and just the way it was worded, just the information. It was like, oh, it's just an eye opener, and now we're getting ready to do this as a community. And you guys are gonna be be able to interact, and when we talk about what we learned over the course, it's gonna be powerful. I mean, especially when we really start to talk about those given topics, desire and everything else, sexual transmutation of energy, and affirmations and things of this nature. All those different topics, it's gonna be huge, folks. It's gonna be fun. That's gonna really be that's gonna blow up. I already know.
And Cole, I mean, you kind of have an idea of how this works, and it was crazy. I was watching the Think and Grow Rich movie with my boys last night, and there was a guy on there, obviously wildly successful, multimillionaire. I think he said he's read this book 23 times, and
Yeah.
the fact that now, like, obviously reading the book would be great, but you have to apply it, and you need people who are doing it with you. The power of peer pressure is real. It can either be for the positive or the negative.
Yeah.
So maybe speak to that, Cole, as you've gone through this, and kind of going back to what we talked about how like each week there's kind of like a capstone, or I think you said an action step you need to do.
Yeah, I think one thing is, reading the book is one thing, but then actually actioning what you've read is a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why we actually want to teach one principle a week.
Yep.
To help you absorb the information and then go out and actually
apply it,
actually showcase, actually action it, like go out and do it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, like, you can read, like, I've got books here, like, like that's all good. Like, you can have books, you can read books, but a lot of people aren't implementing the knowledge
application
that they're absorbing. So we want to bring it to you. We've got 12, what do you say, Mike? 12 and a half weeks, there or thereabouts. So there's 13 principles.
Yeah.
1 week, we'll focus on one principle. And what I experienced when I went through this is I actually went through it twice. I'll be honest. I went through it twice. It's really bite-sized. It's really easy to absorb, and actually absorb and start to, action what's in front of you.
Yeah.
I found it really easy to do it slowly. Like, it's so important. Do it slowly. Don't try to rush these things, because it's a lot of information. It's powerful, but it's going to contribute to your life in different parts of your life. It's not going to contribute to your life right now. Like, it might come into your life like in 2 years' time, where things will start to shift, and you're like, okay, I can go back to it. I can run through it again. So it's one of those things that's like part of the life journey. I think it's powerful knowing that you can have something of reference. And that's with, like you said, Mike, how many times did he read that book?
23, I think he said.
23 times. And as they say, repetition, right? Repetition is how you master something. So, we're going to take a whole week for you to process one principle, right? And for every principle, there's an action step, right? After you perform this action step, we're going to be coming back together and saying, and getting people to actually share what shifted in their energy.
Yeah.
What shifted in their mindset? What shifted in their contribution? What shifted in maybe their relationships?
Mm.
Maybe their business? Maybe their ability to actually go out and do something maybe they haven't done before, challenging themselves, right? Like getting on a live stream. I mean, getting on a live stream, most
Mm.
people would never do this. They'd rather die before they got on a live stream.
Right.
So, I mean, doing that,
That's the only good thing about my YouTube being deleted for speaking the truth is I don't have to look at those anymore because they were bad. But you have to do it, guys. You got to start off bad to get to a good spot.
Yeah.
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 No, I think this is powerful. And again, if you guys comment or you enjoy what we're doing, just look down below in the comments. You need to click a little button for restream so we can see who this is. They'll probably hit me up afterwards, but I love what they said here. Coupling this Legacy Pro Series with Napoleon Hill opens minds much quicker. I have read Think and Grow Rich several times, but this is to me why I do what we do, right? But after one day, this time, being involved in this challenge has really opened me to a whole new adventure and excitement. And then the rest of it says, this will be the best money I have ever invested in myself. And like we always say, guys, the best investment is in yourself, is in your mindset.
Facts.
That's all I wanted to talk about tonight, guys. If you guys want to wrap it up with a minute or two of again, guys, everything's down below. We're not really talking about business or money tonight. We're talking about mindset. It's free. It's just you got to take action. You can get in the Runners Facebook group down below, message one of us on Facebook. You can get into our app or whatever. We have all our contact information in there. If somebody shared this with you, reach out to them and they can get a hold of us and get you in this group. Again, it's free. We're not even collecting information, to be honest with you. We just love to help people and we love to see other people win. And our goal is to change, this world one family at a time. So, Cole, last words before we sign off, then we'll throw it to Mims.
Oh, I think it's an exciting journey. I mean, we're 2 days in, and the shift that's happening, even from some of my leaders and some people that I actually didn't think would do something like this, and they're contributing to themselves, is just like, it just lights a fire in me. I'm like, I need to do more of this. I need to spend more time on helping people shift their mindset, because when you shift your mindset, you'll change your life.
Nailed it.
If you can shift your mindset, you have the ability to change your life. Because again, what we see in our mind, we can hold in our hand, right? But you have to believe it. If you don't quite believe in yourself yet, surround yourself with a community of people that believe in you.
Yep.
The power of community, the power of resonance. Right? The power of being connected with people that believe in what you're dreaming, right? Believe in your desires and things that you're wanting to do in your future, right? Your future is now, right? Time to take action. I'll pass over to Ricardo.
Yeah. Man, hey, look, man. Y'all can tell we're having fun, man. Like I said, we got a lot of people that are reaching out to us. We're having fun in this process. The schedule is getting more busier. But people are looking for positivity. People are looking for something exciting. People are looking for, something good. Because like we talked about, there's a lot of negativity out there. If you're not hanging around positive people, if you're not hanging around people that is going somewhere, if you're not hanging around people that's excited about the future, and you're somebody who wants something better for your life and you want to feel good, you want to follow us, you want to run with us, because that's what we're doing. We're looking for growth. We're looking for success. We're looking to build and become better individuals, better, in our business and relationships and, just in our friendships and everything. And, that's what we're doing. And we're not going to stop doing it. It's what we've been doing. And you can just imagine when I talk about, vision and foresight, right? So if this is what we've been doing for the last few years, working on our mindset, building wealth, using assets and companies that are allowing us to create additional streams of income and live a better quality of lifestyle, we'll start to project forward, well, where are these guys going, 12 months from now, 24 months from now, 36 months from now, 5 years from now? you know, and then apply that. Well, what's going on in the environment? What's going on with the economy? You know, what's going on, you know, politically? You know, it's, you know, the line is being drawn in the sand. You know, what side of this, you know, this reset that's not just a financial reset, it's literally a reset of humanity. It's you
Mhm.
know, it's separating,
Yeah.
the sheep, versus the the humans at this point, because I don't know, zombies or whatever have you. Is there some people that are just totally not checked in to this type of thinking, to this type of reality, to building wealth, and then you got some people who are like really serious, like they see this as a biblical thing that's going on. They see it as an opportunity to do something that has never been done in their family before. They're seeing it as an opportunity to, just change their life and have a better outlook on their future than they had before. And, so we're excited to be a part of that. We know what we're doing. We're not going to stop. The community is growing. We're winning. We're in position, and we invite everybody and more people to come on with us.
And you know what, guys? I just looked over to pull up a slideshow, and so I had to look at my email. This is probably just a coincidence, Cole. But three people during this live stream, 3 people just joined one of my businesses. Probably just a coincidence, though.
Putting in that work.
Yeah.
Guys, this is what it's all about, right? Our mantra has been MUM from the beginning. Mindset, uplift, help others, manifest, create the reality you want, and then move with momentum to make it happen, because why wait for your dreams to come true? Get started today. Message one of us. All the links are down below. Get started on this 90-day mindset journey. I just can't wait to see, at the end, how many lives have been changed and transformed with what, us as a team and a collective are able to do. All right. I think we're good, boys. Are we good?
We're good.
We're good.
All right. Shout out to everyone on tonight. We love you guys. We're fired up and excited. We'll see you guys in the group chat, and we'll get all that information out with the Zooms and the Google Doc and all that stuff to help you guys track it. All right. Lace up.
Peace.
On my cash stack, high yields on stable coins, yeah, that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi, get money on DeFi, mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run, show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum, markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton, crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run.